education started very sketchily at a young age, so left school with no qualification sort of thing, got pretty much straight into healthcare, and from that sort of pursued a career in mental health, hence why I wanted to do my mental health nurse training. Obviously for that I didn't have the adequate qualification, so I came through to Academy Online to do my Access Diploma. Initially it had been Sheffield Hallam University, but their entry requirements have changed slightly in terms of their GCSE requirements. So as I've only got level 2 equivalents, I'm now going back to do my GCSEs also with Academy Online. And Huddersfield University is the final destination, I should hope. It's been created as one of the best universities to attend, particularly in Yorkshire and within the country. So I think it's going to be a top priority to go there, so I've got to work hard really. I decided to do the course mainly to get all of the qualifications I need in terms of biology and science to be able to substantiate their level of GCSE equivalent, so I'll be able to get on to the nursing course. That's the main reason, but also to sort of prepare me for university level studies, so getting into the whole writing assignments, referencing within the terms of the Harvard reference system. So it's been like an enormous refresher course, and also establishing my level and my foundation of basis to move forward with degree level study. Definitely, yeah. For 10 weeks, which is sort of how long it took me to do the course, remarkably, I don't know where I got the strength from, but I sort of played every part of my social time into that, staying up quite late into the morning, starting very early as soon as I woke up, so really sort of putting the time in to get the achievements that I'm going to be rewarded with. So yeah, I think if you're not dedicated and if it doesn't have some effect on your life, then there's something not quite right. Primarily because I was on a time scale at that very time when I started, unbeknown to me, that I wasn't going to go to university this September, so I needed something where it would be relatively quick, where it wouldn't be sort of meeting the deadlines and guidelines of colleges where they sort of enroll you for a year. I needed something slightly quicker than that, but nevertheless, not realising that I'd do it in sort of the time I would never have been able to do that. Going to a college or an education establishment. So it was really flexible for me actually, and the tutors and everything that I had at the time were really supportive, and also very mindful of my health and well-being, which is something you don't get in terms of educational establishments, and certainly not some other online course providers. So yeah, it's all been really positive in that. To be honest, I'm sure there are, but for me, fortunately, everything that I sort of succumbed to and faced was very positive. I never had sort of any issues. Like as I said, I had a very good, 2 amazing tutors actually that supported me all the way through it, and I'm sure went above and beyond in marking my work well within the 2-week deadline. So no, I didn't really face any downsides to it. I received all of the support, and probably more than I would have done in a college, I think. So yeah, I'd already gone through the Harvard referencing process, all like university assignments, but blimey, that was in 2007 and 8, so a long time ago. So I've just like readopted and reattained all of the skills that I sort of did have, but it's brought it all back to fruition, which is, to go back to uni in a year's time, those skills will still be firmly embedded in my mind. So it's all really helpful. Yeah, I learned a lot about science, which is something I've not even done before. So, working as a healthcare support worker in mental health, you do touch upon it, sort of healthcare issues, but you're primarily dealing with like biopsychology sort of things, and dealing with the brain in psychiatry. So you don't really touch upon that much of sort of physical health issues, the background behind a person, the genetic makeup, the DNA of a person. And I'd sort of learnt all that, and albeit it was quite stressful, in being able to sort of understand all of the things that sort of make up a person and whatnot. It was still enjoyable with the right support, and it was just a case of, like my tutor saying, you've got to look at it from this perspective and then sort of manipulate your own mind to think of things. And yeah, I learned a lot about science and biology, which is something I obviously need to do my nursing degree. But I've never really thought about doing up until this, so yeah, really good. That's totally irrelevant, that question. Actually, you can't improve. For me, you really can't improve. I had such the best experience. I had support from start to finish. Even from the first initial phone call to Kim, where she was immediately concerned about my sort of health and well-being in terms of the time scale that I said I wanted to achieve it in. But nevertheless, she sort of said to me that, I'm not going to sort of stop you from trying to achieve it. She went, but just don't be disheartened if you don't achieve it. And then she was the first person to congratulate me. So there is no way you can improve. The site is very easily navigatable. Everything's very simplistic. Deadlines are far more than achievable than a 2-week guideline, in my opinion. I know people are set to more stringent time constraints and whatnot, but from start to finish, from the first phone call to the last minute I submitted that last assignment, I've achieved more than I could ever imagine, and that is down to you guys and the support you've offered me. So I'm very grateful for that. Yeah, you've sort of promoted my ability to sort of know that I can achieve more than what some people think they can. Actually, it's one of them things where you sit down every morning and think, oh, am I going to be able to do this? And then you've got your tutors. I was very fortunate. I had text support from my tutors. I had email support from my tutors. So whenever I needed any assistance, there was somebody there, no matter what time of the day, which was, you certainly don't get that in any other establishment for sure. So that really makes you guys stand out. It does become sort of a unique selling point, I'd say, in terms of the level of support you do get. And it's sort of unboundaried. I'm not going to text people through the night and things, but yeah, without the support from Nicola and Fiona, who were my 2 tutors, I don't think I would have been able to achieve what I did achieve in the time I did without them sort of bending over backwards to mark assignments and things. So in the time they did. So it's all really, really positive. To anybody to do an Access diploma, I would always recommend that it be done online with yourselves. I had nothing but an exceptional experience, so I'd be sort of silly not to even suggest that. I know some of my colleagues who are currently healthcare support workers are wanting to do their nurse training, and I've already recommended them yourselves to them. a massive thank you to all at Academy Online for aiding my achievement in getting my Access diploma to be able to develop and progress my career. That's a gift you can't really give. Like, it's a gift you can't buy. I said this to Kim, and I put that in the letter. I think this is something you can't buy. Is building somebody's confidence up so they know they're able to achieve more than what they ever thought they could. So for that, I'm really, really grateful to Academy Online.